Welcome back to Wake Up Idaho. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So important to learn more about those screenings and what they can do to really save your life. Today, we are inside Stella.
Yes.
Mobile mammography unit,
nice.
Maggie.
Yeah, and it's spacious. I mean, look, there's room for us all to sit. But Megan's going to tell us all about Stella and just how important this unit is. They bring mammograms to you, which is incredible. Rural areas, other events. I mean, we just had that event over at the Village called Smashed where they had one of these there. So it really makes mammography more accessible for a lot of us. So let's talk to Megan about this incredible coach. Tell us about what goes into this.
Well, we have a full mobile team. All of the mammography team that for the mobile, we all are trained as drivers as well. So we all have a CDL, and we drive this and our other bus, which we named Lola, all around the Treasure Valley. We go as around about a 2-hour radius around Boise, but we also go into rural Oregon a couple times a year too to service ladies in Central Oregon. So all of us are drivers. We all are responsible for, getting fuel in the coach, making sure that everything is running tip-top shape. Because if the mammo machine's not working, the generator's not working, the engine's, it's a whole unit. So it puts us down. So we try to make sure we keep it all going so we can go all the places we go every day.
And it really seems like everything you need is right here. Austin's going to run back there real quick, try to get some shots of the actual machine. Talk to us about that technology back there, how important it is, and what it can do. The fact that all of that is mobile.
It's in that position right now, the lowest position possible. We have to completely shut it down while we're driving, and we actually have to do quality checks every time the bus moves. So when we get to our site, we drop our jacks and get level, and we have to do quality checks every single morning after we've driven. But it's a very expensive piece of equipment, so we make sure we shut it all down, and it's in the safest spot possible as we're moving around. So yes, it's very...
Talk to me about sort of the reaction and the response you get when you're out in these communities where maybe it's a really long drive or people just necessarily aren't making the time for these mammograms.
People are usually extremely appreciative of us. They tell us all the time they're so glad that we can come to them. They are usually, even if they're not going to get a mammogram, they're just impressed with the bus or impressed with us that we can drive it. It definitely makes a statement, this huge pink bus that's got our name across the side of it. And, a lot of ladies that don't even think about scheduling the mammogram, they see it and that's their reminder to get their mammogram. So they come in and see if they can, walk in. We try to be as flexible as possible so that we can do their mammogram, and because we know a lot of those people just wouldn't take the time to come into a breast care center or even make an appointment. So we try our best to get everyone that we can when we're out in the communities. And we also have, for ladies that don't have insurance, we also have grant options for low-income ladies that need it and can't afford to get a mammogram.
Yeah. That's so important. That is so important because so many women say, oh, I can't afford a mammogram or I can't get one every year because they're so expensive. They do have opportunities for you. So please call St. Alphonsus. Ask them about that. They want to keep all of us healthy, and that's a wonderful way to do it, is to take the cost out of the situation, out of the equation. I think, Megan, what's so amazing about this coach is just how much it's like the clinic. I mean, obviously, I've had a mammogram the past few years, and going to the clinic, very professional, obviously very private. It's very modest in terms of how you're treated. So I think you're going to have that same experience here. It's completely private, just you and the tech in here taking care of business. Tell us about that.
Yes, it is. It's actually, I think, and a lot of our patients think it's actually better than going into the clinic because it just feels less clinical and it feels a little more intimate because it's just, there's 2 technologists that go out. So there's only 2 staff members. We'll each take every other patient. So I'm going to be checking you in and doing your mammogram and staying with you the whole process. It is the same 3D mammo machine we have at our breast care centers, which a lot of people still aren't sure that we're 3D on the bus. We are. And it's the same machine. It's the same professional experience that you're going to get in our breast care center, and usually just a little more comfortable. People feel less anxious about it, and especially first-time mammogram patients are really surprised at how easy it is. And I had a lady at the fair that was just terrified, and she was already in her mid-50s, and she said it just made it so much easier. She said it was one of her biggest fears, and it wasn't that bad. So most of the time with our first-time patients, that's what they say. They're like, they hear these awful stories, and they're like, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting, and I should have just done it. So
That is so awesome. Megan, thank you so much. Thanks for being out on the road, saving lives with that early detection.
Yes.
Appreciate it. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Get that mammogram if it's time. We got more Wake Up Idaho after this.